born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it, I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw it if he fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, and she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go top 4 for bridge. My black boys like boys that knock off your lid. I thought y'all gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Listen, I don't trust her, so, no, I said, what you mean? Whoa, I said, what you mean?
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports.
As we move into the final weeks of the regular season, here's a look at the teams jockeying for a playoff position in the NFC. All these teams will be playing their hearts out, trying to claim the highest seed possible before Wild Card Weekend. It's the Cowboys going up against the Buccaneers.
All right, Larry, we are at a site that's played host to 2 Super Bowls, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Four yards remaining now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Shift together here from the D-line. Following the interception, Winston airing this one out for Evans. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. The play fake, Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Let's go now. Blue lady.
Play fake, Winston. They'll roll him out right. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Fresh set of downs here.
Ready. Blue lady.
Jameis again. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. And now here's a carry heading left. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, that's Klein. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And Frank's kick is good. And they are are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses we talk to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
He's got daylight. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Damian Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, he saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So we've got a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Williams. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Prescott on first down. And Myers has it over the middle. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about these. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. James White, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And it work his way across the 30 to the 32. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Jameis to throw it. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They run again with Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he motions the wide receiver. 3rd and long for Winston. And now loose football, fumble. Martin lost it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Let's go now. Move ready. Quick,
Now a second down throw for Winston. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Winston, throw left side, complete. It's Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing, Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They're indeed going. It's Winston. He's got Evans. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They go play action. Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On third down, Winston. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll throw again. Winston. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down?
Ready. Blue 80. Sonic. Out. Flip it. Switch. White. Check. Easy.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They begin the drive with Williams. Big hold of the 30. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Damian Williams on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns, and the Cowboys add on. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down, Winston. Evans has it left side. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They go play action here on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, and it's second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. To the air again with Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Following the interception, Winston. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
He'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On play action, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down. The Bucs on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Final play of the half here, Winston. Looking downfield for that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They start the second half here with Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Here's Jackson. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Ready. Blue waiting. Check. Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle to Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Prescott now on second down. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Off the play fake, Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Nevin Lawson with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Here's White. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. 18 yards there and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd and long for Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. With it is Jackson. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Ready. Easy. Ready.
Slot man moves right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A 1st down throw for Winston. Broken tackle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Ready.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On second down, Winston again. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Damian Williams, 75 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So 2nd and 10 here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go play action. Winston. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to sack him for a loss of 6. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle.
And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the back goes into motion. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And Winston lost the football. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it?
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Damian Williams, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Jameis to throw it. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? We know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders. And Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Ready? White 25. 36. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. And Bright has it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target.
And now here is another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Over. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Again, it's Williams. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's got room. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now Damian Williams to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Hey, watch left.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Powers ahead at the 45. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a carry for White. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Play clock winding down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A 2nd down throw for Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Halfback sent in motion. Winston on 3rd and 2. They'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fella's got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And some room to work. 38 yards on the scamper there.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be getting a whole lot of credit to the running game of the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And this is incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what it was going to take to make an excellent quarterback. Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man. Yeah, now they got to face a big third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, one of the few things that's gone right for them. Likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were in the score, because things haven't gone right, as you noted, for them much of this game. But they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had its share of troubles in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On 2nd down, Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Patriot! No. Check. Patriot! All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. A big offensive explosion helped leading them.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah. 'Cause, but